everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Dory. All right, so we're going to start off, we're going to draw the entire thing in pencil, and then we'll go back in and color it in here in just a moment. Now to help you guys out, I am going to put the finished drawing right here above the logo. That way you guys have something to reference while you draw, okay? All right, so I have my pencil. I'm going to start off by drawing her eye, okay? So I'm going to kind of be about the center of the page, maybe a little bit off to the side. And basically, I'm just going to draw a circle, okay? All right, so just a circle, okay? Then inside of this, I'm gonna draw another circle for her pupil, okay? So I'm gonna put it kind of towards the bottom, but not too far off from the center, okay? Something kind of like that. Just draw another circle inside of that one, okay? All right, and then we're gonna draw her other eye, but it's kind of behind the side of her head. So I'm gonna draw the side of her head first. So if you kind of go from where the pupil is, we go over, and then up just a little bit, okay? That's gonna be where we start to draw the side of the head. So this part's gonna come down, just like this, and we're gonna leave it like that for right now. And we'll kind of draw the rest, and then we'll come back to this, okay? All right, so just below where this eye ended, I'm gonna go down just a little bit, and this is gonna be where I start to draw the other eye, okay? So you wanna make it roughly the same size, but it's gonna be hidden behind the head, okay? So kind of make it about the same size, so it's going to end a little bit lower because we started a little bit lower. Make this line go up a little bit further, like that. Okay. Then inside of here, we're also going to draw a pupil. So I'm going to draw a pupil that kind of goes into the side of the head, like that. All right, great job so far. All right, then we can start drawing her head. All right, so from the center of the eye, I'm just going to draw a line that comes up. And it's basically gonna curve all the way around till we kind of get to the side of this eye over here. Okay, so even if you wanna make a mark, and then you can just connect the line like that, okay? And then we're gonna make another one that kind of goes over top of this eye. So from this point, it's gonna come up. It's gonna go a little bit higher than this one. It's gonna come down like that, okay? All right, I'm drawing a little bit darker so you guys can see it, but if you want to draw lighter in case you have to erase, that's more than okay. All right, and then I'm gonna go up from where we ended this line just a little bit. I'm gonna make another one, okay? And this is just gonna curve down. It's gonna kind of go like that, okay? And again, we'll connect that here in just a moment once we kind of start to do the rest of that over there. Okay. So from the peak over here, I'm going to draw, kind of comes over and starts to curve up before we reach the center of this. And then it curves around. So it keeps on coming down, down, down. Kind of like this, okay? I'll stop it right there because this is going to be where we put her fin, okay? So I'm just gonna draw this diagonal line, so it's kind of gonna be at like this kind of an angle. It's just gonna go up, and it's gonna be about as high as we made this line, okay? Just like this. All right, and then it's gonna come to a point, and then kind of curves back down. We're gonna go down just a little bit, and then it's gonna cut back over like this, okay? And this is gonna be where we kind of make it go down, down, down. It's gonna come to like a point down here, okay? So we're gonna go past this line a little bit, kind of like that, okay? And then we can continue this line here, and it's just gonna meet this other line at a point. So if you need to extend either one of these, that's okay. It's just gonna come to a point like that. All right, now to add the markings on her fin, I'm gonna go from the point, I'm gonna come down just a little bit. Basically gonna make an oval, comes into the side like that, okay? Or kind of like a raindrop shape. All right, then I'm gonna make this same shape, but I'm gonna put a little bit of a gap in between. So I'm kind of like this. All right, awesome. Okay, then to make it look more like a fin, I'm gonna add 3 just straight lines in here, okay? So it's gonna go a little bit through, like that. I'll add another one. Maybe that kind of comes down like this, and I'll add one more like this. okay? All right, now we're gonna go ahead and on top of this line, I'm gonna add one more mark like this. And it's gonna follow this same shape around, but we're gonna end it kind of when we get like here, okay? So it's gonna curve up, and now we just connect these two. Like that. Okay, then we're gonna pretend like this line kind of keeps on going. We're just gonna add a little corner piece there, okay? All right, now I'm just gonna put a few lines. That way it kind of looks like a fin. So these are just straight lines that kind of connect from the top to the bottom. Okay, awesome job. Okay, so now that we know how far to bring this line down, I'm just gonna go like that and just connect it, okay? Now she has an oval, kind of the markings on the side of her. So I'm just gonna put an oval, kind of comes up, and just disappears back under her fin. Okay. All right, awesome job so far. All right, so now, because we did the oval, we know how far to put her smile and her face. So we can finish this part over here, and then we'll finish the bottom, okay? So from her oval, we're gonna come over, and this is gonna be where we put her smile, okay? So just, we're gonna put a little line. It's kind of a curved, short little line. And we're gonna draw two different lines from this one. So I'm gonna draw one that comes down, and it might connect, see, just a little bit lower, like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw another line. It's gonna come down. And if you make her smile a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, that's okay. And now this one, we're not gonna go as far as we did here. If you want something to reference, maybe like kind of the side of her eye, okay? Like that. Like I said, if you make it a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, that's okay. All right, so now from where we ended, I'm gonna go in just a little bit. This one's gonna come up. That way it looks like our mouth. All right, great job. So now let's go ahead and add her second fin. So it's gonna kind of look similar to this one, but it's gonna be behind her on this side, all right? So I'm gonna put a line that starts here. So we're gonna come up from this corner a little bit. I'll make another one like this, okay? Now I'm gonna draw just this curved line that comes up. It's gonna end like there. All right, so kind of like a little bit above her pupil, but not quite to the top of her eye. And then it comes to a point, like we did over here. And it's just gonna connect to there. All right, now she has the marking on this side, so we're gonna make the same thing on this side. But because it's at an angle, I'm gonna start here, just draw a little curved line. All right, and I'm gonna do another one, just a little gap in between like that. Okay, and then we did these lines over here, so we're gonna do lines over here. So a line that kind of comes up and just goes through it a little bit. You can make it a little bit further going. And I'll do another one like that, because that's kind of all we really have space for. Okay, now we can draw the rest of her body, all right? So from where we ended here, I'm just gonna put a little line down. And then this is gonna be her back fin, okay? Her tail. It's gonna kind of come up, and it's gonna go over further than what we did this, kind of like that, all right? And it's gonna come to a point, and then we kind of make this S curve. Kind of comes down. All right, and we're not gonna go as low as what we did here. So if you wanna go over and up just a little bit, that's where we kind of wanna end it. Like that. All right, and then from here, it curves, kind of goes back in, like that, okay? All right, so from where we ended, or where we started here, excuse me, then we can come down, and it's just gonna curve and connect back, like that. All right, awesome. I'm gonna start drawing the rest of the body like that, okay? Just so we can pretend like this line just kind of continues, okay? So I'm gonna start from the edge here. We're gonna add some markings on her fin, okay? So I'm just gonna put a line that follows the same shape as the bottom here. And it's just gonna connect in like this, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing at the top. So I'm gonna start like this, and I'm just gonna bring it in. It's gonna slowly get a little bit smaller as we get closer, okay? All right, now I'm gonna add a couple different lines. So I'm gonna add like 4 different lines, kind of like we did over here, just to make it look like it's a fin, okay? So 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna make it a little bit of an angle. 4, something kind of like that, okay? All right, now from here, we can kind of finish the rest of it. So I'm gonna draw, just gonna curve down. And then once we kind of get to where this fin is, that's gonna be where we really kind of bring it back, okay? It's gonna come back up and connect to her smile. Just like that. Okay, then like we did at the top over here, we're gonna add this section at the bottom as well. Okay, so I'm gonna come, it's just gonna be this little swoop of a line. Go like this, and just follow this line along. And then once we kind of get to where this fin is, that's where we kind of want it to end. So I'm gonna just bring it back like that, okay? And let's add those lines like we did up here. So you can put just a couple of them. Again, these are just straight lines. If you wanna make them crooked, that's okay. Maybe something like that. All right, now to finish the markings that we did up here, we're just gonna start from a little below this fin. It's just gonna curve up like that. So nothing too crazy. All right, and then she has a couple little dots or freckles or whatever you wanna call them on her face. So I'm just gonna add a few. These are just circles or ovals or however you wanna do it. Kind of something like this. I may put one more down here and maybe another little one there, okay? All right, so now we are, well, actually let me do, okay. So we add one more line here and I'll add another line here, okay? All right, so now it's time to color her in, all right? So I'm gonna probably do a little bit lighter for her body and darker for kind of the markings on her side and just like yellow for the fin. But you guys are welcome to color her in whatever colors you'd like, or you can pause the video and match the colors that I chose. Alright guys, so as you can see, I chose to color in my Dory kind of a darker blue for like the markings and the mouth, and kind of like a lighter blue for the rest of her body. But I'd love to see what you guys came up with. Feel free to tag me on any social media posts, or have you or a parent email me at drawingjoshua123@gmail.com. I would love to hear what you guys want to draw next, so feel free to drop a comment below and let me know what you would like to learn. But please remember that drawing takes practice, so practice, and most importantly, always have fun. Thanks everyone.